I was about to say something too.
Sweetie, you okay? I think we're unmuted.
Oh, just in time.
I think your mic's working too.
Oh, that's nice. You didn't cut me off this time.
Say something.
Say something.
Yeah, nah. I think I got your mic on this time.
That's nice.
You know, I didn't have it on last time,
You did not,
but
because you didn't want
I
to hear
do
me. But
think it's
that's fine.
on.
You have me here, but you didn't want to hear me. That's why you cut my microphone off.
No, that's not true. Welcome everybody to another episode of the Tech Trapper Live Show. Another episode of Tech Trapper
Trapper
Live.
Live. Hey, Robert.
What's going on, Robert? How are you doing?
Why I feel like we ain't been on here forever?
Well, it's
I
been
know we have, but it just seems
it's been a week. I missed a couple of days.
yeah.
Yeah, I missed a couple of days because, of course, you guys know I had to go have a procedure on the foot. So I missed a couple of days.
Yeah.
But we're back. Another episode of the Tech Trapper
Live.
So how's everybody doing today? Sweetie, are the vocals clear? Can everyone hear us?
I think so. Let me see. Let me see what we talking about.
No, that's not true. Oh yeah. I think we sound good.
We sound wonderful. What?
I don't know. I think I think my setup with my camera and the MacBook Neo, I think it works fine. I think the combination of the two work great. I just think that there is a docking situation that I need. I think I need a better dock, because the dock that I'm using technically is not a dock for this. It works fine for the iPad. I don't think it works that well for the what do you call this thing?
The MacBook?
The MacBook. I don't think it works that well for the MacBook.
Probably not. Barbara says sounds good.
Cool. How you doing today, Robert? Nice for you guys to hop in the chat. We have another episode of the Tech Trapper Live show for you guys. I used again the Supernote Manta. Can you guys see that? Is my light too bright?
It's very. There you go.
I used the Supernote Manta for my beautiful show outline. So, like I said, I use the Manta for. I haven't been using it for the heaviest of lifting, because that's what the 10.3 is for. But I use it. I like it. It's growing on me. The platform is growing on me.
Hi, doctor.
Dr. Ling, how you doing today, Dr. Ling? So we got a good show today. Like the title says, we're going to talk about the best paper replacement tablets that are out. So we're going to talk about the best paper replacement tablets. I've also noticed like budget tablets. What's the best budget tablet that you can get in 2026? I've seen a couple of videos on YouTube talking about this, so we're going to hop into it. I have some cost of different tablets here. I don't know if, how you guys feel about it. Writing feel. Writing feel matters.
It does.
Excuse me.
It definitely does.
Writing feel matters. So we're gonna talk about just some different writing feels. Mostly, we're gonna go through some of the tablets that I have here that I personally use. And I know writing feel is like a subjective thing. So I never try to. I really never try to take my opinion as fact. I just throw it out there, I guess. And of course, we're gonna talk about the Lumi. Can't have a live without talking about the Lumi. So just living with the Lumi. What has the Lumi or how has the Lumi changed how I use e-ink? Only reason why that's a question is because the original Gen 110.3 kind of changed how I use e-ink once I pivoted to the books platform, leaving the Kindle Scribe. So did it do the same thing with the Lumi? Is the Gen 2 10.3 change how I use e-ink, or is it pretty much just the same? I guess from there we're gonna talk about Supernote and their ink hub, their e-ink hub or their ink hub, whatever it's called. We're gonna talk about that.
Hey, Dave.
What's up, Dave from Tablet Tech? How you doing, Dave? And then the last thing we're gonna talk about is just what I got coming up. So I had foot surgery. It was a success. I'm gonna be homebound for a couple of weeks. So that's just gonna give me time to complete some videos that I have in the works. So we'll talk about that.
Oh, Dr. Lean says he let his toddler niece use his manta and lamy with crystal nib, and he's 90% sure she bent the poop out of the nib.
That can happen. The crystal nib is, I think, a little bit softer than like the Supernote ceramic.
Crazy work.
So that definitely can happen. I actually think that I bent the crystal nib on my Kaweco because it rattles now, and it didn't rattle at first.
You did mention that.
I mean, I have a spare crystal nib for the Kaweco, but I don't want to put it in there because I have the Dr. Grip EMR, the Pilot Dr. Grip EMR showing up tomorrow. I hear that's a good EMR, and I know per Rod that smaller crystal nib that he uses for like the Norris Digital Jumbo and the Kaweco should work in the Dr. Grip. So I also have just another regular crystal nib coming, so you can have yours back.
Oh, now you want to give it back?
Well, I don't know. We were like up in the air if we could use it on the Kindle Scribe Color Soft, but at this point, hey, we'll just see what happens. If if it scratches the tablet, then we'll just buy another one, I guess.
He says hoping Rod will spot me with his new nib when if I see him in May.
Yeah, I'm gonna just I keep threatening Rod with I fly free. So I don't know. Now I can't threaten him. I can't go anywhere for the next month. So he's safe for another month. All right. So, sweetie, let's talk about the best in chat. Let's talk about the best paper replacement tablet out there. I guess what are you looking for in a paper replacement tablet? Like what are you looking for?
Outside of replacing your paper.
I mean, I guess it depends on what you want to use it for. So, more you do have some people who buy these e-ink tablets or, non e-ink tablets that you can write on as paper replacements, but people have different use cases. So that will determine what are you looking for and what the best platform would be for a paper replacement. So what are you looking for, sweetie?
Mostly something I can use to write my book, maybe journal here and there. because I'm not a big journaler. Um, and it has to have a reading.
So,
Those are my big things.
so your paper.
And sometimes in notes on occasion, I won't say it's, and I like the fact that I can also put
Take
my
notes.
scripts there. I can take notes on my scripts. And I'm new to being an assistant director on set, you know. Okay, so it's good to be able to have something I can jot down those notes and I can have some place to go back to, and it's right there. I don't have to look for an actual notebook.
Oh, okay. Dr. Ling, yes. So Rod says he's okay, Dr. Ling. I reach out to him once a week. I do like a midweek check just to make sure he's good. He says he's good. So he says he's just working diligently on his nibs and his website. I know he's put out some, if you follow the Maker channel, he's put out a couple of videos on the Maker channel about 3D printing. So he's been working on that channel since he has not been doing lives. But you know, he did this before where he kind of took a break because doing daily lives 5 days a week, that's pretty tough. I get drained doing them 2 times a week.
Lives, period, is tough,
It's
especially if it's kind of structured.
yeah. So,
TikTok lives are not structured.
sweetie, it sounds like you need something for.
Hey, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon, how you doing, sweetie? It sounds like you need something that you can read on first. Well, hold on. What matters first, the reading capabilities or the note taking or writing capabilities?
For me,
For you.
reading.
So you need
'Cause
something that you can read on. I'm
Yes.
assuming you want something within that Kindle ecosystem.
Probably so.
All right. When it comes to the writing, you really want something you can write on. So you're doing journaling, you're writing your book. You don't necessarily need a lot of tools, but you just want an organization. You want a good writing feel, of course. But also, it's important that you have some sort of way to do annotations because you're going to bring scripts on, maybe other documents that you want to write on and take notes, make revisions, and things like that.
Correct.
So, out of all the tablets that you have at your disposal here, like, what's the ideal tablet for you? I mean, I know, but I'm just assuming what would be the ideal tablet for you?
Well, most of you viewers know, but those who don't know, I am definitely a Kindle Scribe girly. It's easy for me to use. I can get to my books. I can get to my writing. And this whole new, the color soft is pretty darn great. I like the update and what you can do with it. So that works for me. I love it.
Dave said that the winner of his giveaway chose the Remarkable 2. And as he was getting ready to let it go, he did some writing on it and it made him a little sad.
Why? Oh, it writes well.
The Remarkable 2 is still going into the subject we're talking about purely as a paper replacement. If I just wanted nothing but a paper replacement, all I really need is something I can write on and I can organize my files. That's all I need. Write on, organize my files, a good way to export and import. I don't necessarily need it for the reading aspect because I like a separate e-reader without note-taking capabilities for that. The Remarkable 2 probably is what I would buy today. If I just wanted a paper replacement, the Remarkable 2. The Remarkable 2 or the Kindle Scribe. And Dave, I enjoy writing on the Remarkable 2. From a personal preference standpoint, I'm grabbing a Remarkable 2 before anything in this house. If I just want to write, if I want to do my focus writing, I'm grabbing a Remarkable 2. As old as that screen is, it still shows well. Like I know that if I say the Manta has the newest screen, the Carter 1300, and you put it next to the Remarkable 2, the Manta has the better screen. I get it. Even when you look at them side by side, it's the better screen. But when I'm just looking at them independently and using them, the screen, it performs just as good as this Carter 1300. Like that Remarkable 2, in my opinion, performs just as good as every tablet I have in this house that has released in the last year. And the writing feel is, from a personal standpoint, the best writing feel of tablets I have in this house. A personal, vantage point. not reviewer Aaron. What else?
Dr. Lee says, how you liking the RM mods, and RM gestures are superior to supernote gestures.
Dr. Lynn, you're gonna get in trouble saying stuff like that. I mean, I've low key been driven out of one community on Discord because of my thoughts about books in Supernote. So, Dr. Lynn, you can't say stuff like that. Are they superior though? See, I'm not a big gesture guy.
What do you mean by gesture?
So gestures would be like, and see, you don't use a lot of gestures because you use Describe. So, prime example, when you have Supernote, you have like a 2-finger gesture that you hold on one of the sidebars, and that's gonna erase, like lasso erase. And then you can like 2-finger gesture on tablet for your smart lasso. It works fine. I know some people don't like the Supernote gestures, but I don't have an issue with them. They work. They work. Like I know some people say they don't work. Rod is someone who says Supernote gestures are hit or miss. I haven't had an issue with the Manta and the gestures. Every time I use them, they work fine. So I think when they don't work as good as some people want, either they in the past didn't work that well, or you're not putting your fingers in certain spots. Because I think with one of these gestures, if I put them dead center in the middle, it's not going to work. You have to be like above and below. But I like books better because I'm not a big gesture guy. So with books, I have my smart scribble. So I can just scribble to erase. I got my smart lasso. I just draw a circle and then that lasso pops up. And then I use like the side swipe gestures as kind of like a way to have a quick access situation with books. Because essentially the swipe to home, it's the same thing as Supernote's quick access, to be honest with you. It really is. All the quick access menu is the home screen. They don't say that. People say Supernote has the quick access because you can pin 8 things in the quick access. And that is true. But when you really look at what you're doing when you swipe down on the right side, you're just pulling up the home screen. It just doesn't have an official home screen. So it's like when I swipe down on here, I'm pulling up just like the home screen menu. It's the same thing with books when I swipe to the right and I pull up my home screen. But again, I'm gonna get in trouble.
Switching between select and pin is easier with the RM mod, although I find myself activating it by accident more often than I like. And Sharon says, I like the Supernote gestures.
They're good gestures. So if you are a gesture person, they're good. I don't like touching the tablet like that. So that's why I like books because I can do a lot of stuff with the styli, and then I have the programmable button. So, and that's what I like about the Scribe too. You got the programmable button, so you can have, you don't have to touch the tablet.
Sharon, you are not wrong. That pen for the Scribe, if especially that color soft pen, is not great. You definitely have to change the nib.
You got to change the nib.
Slick, or
Yep.
it was very.
You got to change the nib. The white nib that shipped with that new color soft, it was weird because I know Rod was saying that he didn't like the writing feel of the Scribe. And at first, I thought it was because he just don't like the Scribe as a writer. But once we got the color soft in, I noticed that new white nib, whatever it is not the same as the Kindle Scribe premium pen nibs from Gen 1 and Gen 2. So all we did was throw in those premium pen nibs because I bought a bunch of them because I like them. I think I bought like 4 boxes of them. So I'm never going to run out.
Lamar got second place.
Oh.
Lamar.
Hold up. Lamar got second place. That's what's up.
Yeah. Natural physique, I think that's what it was because he was in 3 categories.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, shout out to my boy Lamar. He's a professional bodybuilder. He had a show today in Seattle. He got second place in natural physique. So that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, my bad for just throwing it out there, guys.
What else you got?
Trying to see. No, Sharon was asking what nib.
Oh, it's the
premium
Kindle Scribe premium pen nib. And when you go to Amazon and you look up
Kindle, she said the old Scribe nibs.
Yes, the Gen 1 and Gen 2 for the old Scribe premium pen. I don't know what they did with this new Scribe nib.
Did not like it. Did not like it at all. It was not good.
Yeah, I think if I just was honestly, if I just wanted a pure paper replacement, I probably would go with the Remarkable 2 now in 2026. The Remarkable 2
Mm-hmm.
because of the price point. I can get it for $399. If I just wanted a pure paper replacement, I don't know if I would go with the 10.3 or any books tablet. Just a pure paper replacement.
Okay.
Because at that point, I'm also looking for something that has a simple UI
Mm-hmm.
because I don't need much. So I don't need much. I don't need access to everything that you will get with books. So
Lammy definitely works on Scribe.
the Lamy,
Yeah.
Lammy's a wonderful on the Scribe.
Lammy loves Scribes. Scribes
Yep,
love Lammy.
yep. And if you're just using the Lamy on the Scribe, then you don't have to worry about what those. I don't even know what those little nibs are. I think I threw them away.
Planning on getting the RM Pure if that's legit. Dr. Ling.
I hope it's legit, Dr. Ling. I don't know. I don't know if it's like a rumor to make us talk about Remarkable or what. I saw a good e-reader put out some sort of video saying that Remarkable laid off 100 employees or a certain, I don't know if it's 100 employees or a certain percentage of employees. I don't know. People tell me not to trust good e-reader. I don't know. I haven't been a member of the e-ink community long enough to know a time when good e-reader was legit and then they went left. I mean, for the past 2 years, they've had some good reviews and then some weird reviews, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed the people who told me that good e-reader went left now are mainly Supernote fans. So I don't know if they had Supernote beef. But then
Yeah.
Jay's not a Supernote fan, and he said they crazy too. So
Mm.
I don't know. They do seem a little shady though. I've read a lot of comments and Reddit that they're shady with their things they sell. So I don't know.
Mm. Dr. Ling says, I think I get the Pure and get rid of my Manta. And Sharon says, it says PCEL nib on Lammy A.
So the Lamy AL stars, they have 2 nibs. One is a palm nib, and it's gonna be slightly rougher. I think it's harder as well. Pause. That's the one that I use, the palm nib. That other nib that comes on the Lamy AL Star, it's a more pointier nib. And I think that nib is more pointier and is for the more slicker surfaces. I think if you want the nib for the surfaces that have writing surfaces, you need to go with the palm nib. If you're going on something more glassy, like let's say if you're writing on a tablet like the Go 7 that doesn't have a writing surface but is a more glassier feel, that's when you go with that pointier.
Mm.
I hate that little pointy nib. And so the one I buy. Do I have a box? No.
Oh, what kind? The little black boxes?
No, the Lamy. The one I buy, the
Oh.
Lamy AL Star that I buy with the palm nib, it has a purple ring on it. That's the one I get. The other one has a yellow ring. Don't buy the yellow ring. Well, you can. It's the same pen. You just have to switch out the nibs.
She said found it.
Ah, gotcha.
The dude who did the arm layoff news, it seems more legit, but that's just based on pure vibes. He says the Peter guy gives him the ick.
I can see
What
that.
good e-reader gives him the ick, especially the Peter guy.
They did something weird. Like they essentially reviewed this thing. It wasn't e-ink. It reminded me of like a legit etch and sketch. Not even an etch and sketch. It was like it looked like a toy. Honestly, it did.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like either like a dry erase board you can write notes on. I don't know what it was. But they reviewed this thing and was like, it's an e-ink killer or something like that. Like it was better than e-ink.
I feel like I saw you watching that, and I was like, huh?
Yeah, that's what I was like. See when you're like, huh? Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, now to put a button on this, I think if I was buying just a pure paper replacement, it would be the RM2 today because of the price point. The Penstar eNote 2. That's another tablet. If I just wanted a pure paper replacement, I would buy that. Because you get a good mix of tools and easy to navigate UI. And with both these tablets, the Remarkable and the Penstar eNote, you get a pretty good partner app.
Yeah.
And they're good price points. I mean, your Penstar eNote 2 is going to be $419, and you can get a Remarkable 2 right now for $399. So outside of that, if I wanted the whole Amazon ecosystem, then I definitely would get the Scribe. But even today, if I just needed a paper replacement, I didn't need color.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy the Gen 3 or whatever. I wouldn't buy the newest Kindle Scribe. I would buy like the Gen 2 Kindle Scribe. Yeah, I would roll with that one because that one is 3 something, I think, right now. What's next? Let's see what we got next. Eating on a budget. We've been seeing a lot of these videos lately. I know Graph X Tech. I hope I'm saying that right. He put out a video, best e-ink for your budget. And then Ed put out a video. I don't know if it was like the best e-ink on a budget, but he was comparing the Lumi to like the Note Air 4C or 5C in regards to the Lumi is $449. For like $40 more, you can get a Note Air 5C, and for like $60 more, I'm sorry, for $40 more, you can get a Note Air 4C, and for like $60 more, you can get the Note Air 5C. So would it just be a better value to go with the 4C or the 5C over the Lumi? Which he brought up some good points. I think one of the points he brought up was the 4C and the 5C are both EMR tablets still. So if you're someone who would just rather have the EMR instead of the active, you can go that route. And if you're someone who needs a front light, you can go that route for 40 more bucks or 60 more bucks, since the Lumi is at $449. Which I see the logic. But I think if I want a black and white tablet with a front light, I'm not gonna pivot to the 4C or the 5C because those are two Kaleido tablets. And honestly, they're dark. Like in the sunlight, they're fine. But if I don't need the color, if I don't need color, I'm not gonna buy one of those just because it has light. Because a lot of times I don't use the light on the Lumi unless I need it. Using a Kaleido 3 screen without the light on is dark. Like, it's dark. It's not a good experience unless you're outside in the sun. And even when you're outside in the sun or you're in a room with good lighting, it's still dark. So I probably wouldn't pivot to any one of those tablets. Plus, you're getting an updated Android on the Lumi. I think you're getting the same updated Android on the 5C as well. But I think the active writing experience on the Lumi or the Gen 2 10.3 period is good enough where I don't think it really matters if it's active or EMR. Like, it's good enough for me where it's better than some EMR. So I don't care. I don't care. Now, I know there's some people who still prefer EMR over active, and that's cool, but yeah, I wouldn't do that. What we got in chat?
That thing says EMR seems to be going the way of the dodo.
The dodo?
The dodo bird?
I just think we're at a place now where active is just as good as EMR. And unless you go looking for the issue, or unless you go looking for the differences, or you're an artist, I don't think it matters if the active is good enough. So right now, the active that I've seen that is just as good as EMR and in some cases better is remarkable in what Books did with his Gen 2 10.3. If you go searching for the differences, you're gonna find it.
Yeah, of course.
But if I go searching for the difference between just EMR tablets, I'm gonna find a difference between all of them. So if you just use the thing and just don't nitpick, I don't think you're gonna find, if it's good active, if it's the Remarkable and the Gen 2 books, you're not gonna find a difference. But I said that once before and got in trouble, so I got never mind. But I looked at just what? I looked at just like some pricing when it comes to what the best budget is, because GraphX Tech said for him it's the Supernote Manta and then the Penstar eNote are the best bangs for your buck in e-ink. I'm not saying he's wrong. I know he likes the Supernote platform. Like he really likes the Manta and the Nomad, and he also likes the Penstar platform. I don't think he's currently using any books tablets right now. I think honestly the only tablets he's truly using right now are Supernote tablets, Penstar tablets, and the that next paper tablet that looks like it's overpriced. But I did a little bit of digging, right?
Okay.
Because I've always said the 10.3 was the best bang for your buck. When you look at the value you're paying for it, when you look at the tools you have at your disposal and just what you can do with the tablet. I think it's the most versatile tablet on the market, that you can do whatever you need to with said tablet. Some of the trade-offs with books tablets are going to be the UI. Some people just don't take the time out to figure out the UI. So I did a little digging though. The cheapest tablets, and so this is what I did. I stayed in that 10 to 11 inch size category. I stuck with black and white, so I don't have any color in here. So 10 to 11 inch size category. I stuck with black and white. No colors in here. Some of them have front lights, some of them don't. And then from there, I just think when it comes into value, you look at, for me, my criteria was just cost. And what do I get with said cost? And of course, some of this is going to determine what your use case is. Some tablets will have some tools that you really use or need. So like iFlyTech and AI paper, those will be tablets if you really want to use AI. Those will be the tablets you probably should gravitate to more. If you don't need AI, those probably wouldn't be at the top of your list. Right. If you want more organization within your notes, you probably will focus more on something like books, something like Supernote, even something like the AI paper platform as well. So it just depends. But I think the most expensive tablet on this list is going to be the Manta. So the Supernote Manta is the most expensive tablet on this list. But there's a caveat to that.
Okay.
Because it's a la carte. So in theory, you can just buy the tablet. Now, if you just buy the tablet, it's still like middle of the road. It's not the cheapest, but it's not the most expensive. So and I'm only starting with Supernote because I was writing on the Manta, and that's the one I started with. I can buy the Manta for just $505.
Okay.
So let's say I already have a stylus laying around. I want to save some money, and I just don't want the half folio.
You don't have to get it.
And I don't have to get, if I don't want the half folio, I don't have to buy it. And I already have a pen, so I don't need to buy a pen. Then you can just grab the Manta for $505.
Right.
Okay. From there though, you spend $500 on a tablet. I think you would want to at least protect it.
True enough.
I mean, I know it's plastic, and it's not a knock on it. It's plastic and it's durable, but you still can break the screen.
Exactly.
I'm not sure how much protection you get. First off, I'm not sure how much protection you get with any of these folios, but I'm not sure how much protection you get with the half folio. But if I spend $500 on a tablet, I think I at least want to protect it. So I would have to add the half folio.
Let me tell you something. If I spend $300 on, if I spend $200 on something, I'm going to want to protect it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I just ain't got be spending money all willy-nilly because, oops, I dropped it. Because sometimes I drop things.
I do too. You saw that with the Styli. I dropped that shit. So
I got to get a new phone screen protector on this phone every other week.
Every other week. But yeah, with the half folio on the Manta. So if I add the half folio, now I'm going to be at $570. Okay. I still don't need a pen, but if I'm new to e-ink and I need a pen, the push pen is the cheapest pen. I couldn't find it. I don't know if it's sold out or not, but the push pen is like 50 something bucks. I couldn't find it. That is the cheapest pen. I don't know how much that twin pen is, but I couldn't find that one either. No, I found the twin pen just in the pen store I go to. I think it's like $60. I could be wrong. But regardless, if you buy the half folio without the pen, then it's $570. Now, if I don't have a pen, you could say I'm going to buy a third party pen from somewhere else. But my logic was, if I'm going to spend $550 on the Manta that has the writing experience that it has, and a big part of that is the Feel Right tube paired with the ceramic nib pen, I might as well just buy the ceramic pen from them. Your cheapest option is gonna be one of the Supernote pens. I can go buy a Lamy, and then I can go buy a crystal nib from Rants About Tech, or I can try to source a Supernote nib and DIY it. Regardless of that route, I'm gonna be $100 or more anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You can buy a WeWood ceramic C1. I think you're still gonna be at $99. So you might as well just buy the Supernote pen. The cheapest Heart of Metal I found was $83. So if I add the Heart of Metal to that, now I'm $653 out the door. Tablet, folio, and pen. I'm $653 out the door. That's the highest tablet on my list. When I pivot to the 10.3 Gen 2, the Lumi from Books with everything is $449. That's going to be the tablet, the Styli, and the folio. Now, the folio, the folio, in my opinion, the folio you get with Books versus the half folio, I like the full folio better. And Supernote has the better pen. We all know that Heart of Metal 2 is premium. So it's going to be the better Styli than that. Well, now with the Gen 2 active, it's a different pen. So it's a little bit more premium than the ones you would normally get. But that's $449 if you buy it from Books. If I buy it from Amazon, it's still $449, except now I got to go source a folio.
Yeah.
You can buy a folio for like $39. You're still cheaper than just the Manta hardware, but I don't know. But if you don't need a front light, then you can buy the non-front light. You can buy the non-Lumi Gen 2. That's going to be $419. That's about the cheapest you're going to find on this list. What we going to chat?
Dr. Ling says, I'm a little behind, but I would think the flexible Mobius screen on the Manta is another plus or plus plus for durability.
That's what I would think too, Dr. Lean, until I see all these people who are cracking their Mobius screen. Like, in my mind, the plastic flexible Mobius screen is more, not in my mind. It should be fact. It is fact that the plastic flexible Mobius screen is more durable than the glass screen you're going to get on a 10.3, on a Remarkable 2, on these other tablets. But you still can break it. Like, I think I've seen more people in the Supernote Reddit talk about how their screen is broke. Then, because even when I broke the screen on my 10.3, the Gen 1,
Yeah.
the actual screen didn't crack. It was something behind the screen that got messed up. The actual screen didn't crack. It was like I dropped my phone on the 10.3. The screen didn't crack. But whatever was behind the screen got damaged.
Yeah.
I've seen people with the same damage on their Manta, where the screen didn't break, but those internals behind the screen got damaged, and they had the same nonsense going on I had. I think it's, unless you just drop these tablets on the right angle, that's when they crack. Hell, I didn't drop my iPad directly on the screen and it ain't crack. So any screen crack. But you're right, Dr. Lee. The Mobius, flexible Mobius should be more durable, which should be a plus.
I've seen plenty of broken Nomads and don't think I've seen any Manta screens.
It was somebody in the chat, like in the group, as soon as the Manta came out, he broke his screen. He said he was in his driveway and he dropped it from his lap to the ground and the screen cracked. Which I'm pretty sure it will.
Can you put the Feel Right protector on other tablets?
You can. Jay, not the professional who really is a professional. He is a professional at doing that.
Although I have seen a good amount of discolored mantles.
Yes, I have seen discolored mantles. Um, Jay buys the Feel Right too, and he puts it on everything. I think it's a little bit harder to apply than just a regular screen protector, but you can put it on it. And I do think that there are some positives in that mantle price. So I don't think that 505 is. I think there are positives in it. Like Dr. Ling brought up, the new screen called a 1300 plus it's plastic and it's flexible. Um, the modularity piece,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a plastic tablet, but it's a well designed tablet. It's a durable tablet. It is modular, so you should be able to. When you look at the modularity, you should be able to update it and not have to buy a new tablet. Like when they come out with the Gen 3 SoC, in theory, I should be able to buy that and throw it in my mantle on my Nomad and not have to buy the Gen 3 tablet that comes with it. Because I don't believe Supernote is going to release that new SoC without a new tablet. I don't think they are. I also don't know how cheap it's going to be. Like, I think it has to be sub $300 for it to make sense. That's just me, though. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm either 449 or 419 with the 10.3 Gen 2. When I roll to the Penstar eNote 2, that thing is going to be 429. You don't get a 1300. You don't get a Carter 1300. I think you still get like this Carter 1200. Whatever that 1200 screen is in the 10.3s, I think is in this eNote 2. When you roll to iFly Tech, I think you're getting a Carter 1300 screen. You're getting a lot of AI tools. You're going to pay $627 for it, but you're getting the tablet, you're getting the folio, and you're getting the stylus. Same thing with the AI paper platform. It's a little cheaper. You're paying $529, but you're getting a stylus, you're getting a folio, you're getting a tablet. Both those tablets had a Carter 1300. They're glass screens and not the Mobius plastic,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still getting the most updated screen. Those two are going to have the whitest screens. I don't know what they're doing with their screens, but they're white. They're white as hell. The Manta is a little gray, has a grayish tint to it, but that's the Feel Right too. I'm looking at the Manta right now, and it's not. Some people say it's dark. It's darker than if I put this up to next to my 10.3 or next to my RM2, um, or next to the Kindle Scribes. It's darker than all of those,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not like Kaleido dark. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little gray. That's all. Not a big deal. Kind of reminds me of like a newspaperish feel. I kind of like it, you know. But yeah, the iFly Tech is going to be what 627, and then the AI paper is going to be what 529. And of course, you get to the RM2, and that thing is $399 right now. You don't get a folio with it; you get a pen. It's $399.
That's what I said. I thought AI paper had Mobius too. No. And Bywood's A1 paper.
So I always thought that and this is what Ed was saying, that the only 1300 that's Mobius and plastic and flexible is Supernote. The 1300 that's on the AI paper and the iFly Tech is glass. That's per Ed, I believe, if I'm quoting him right. Like that's the whole thing with Supernote. They're like, you get the best writing feel because of the Feel Right 2 and because of the Mobius plastic screen when the other screens are glass. And then you're gonna get this remarkable. This new generation remarkable is gonna be $499. That's gonna be with a front light, and that's gonna be without a folio. And if you want to go cheaper, you can get a Gen 2 scribe without a folio with the premium pen for $399. So highest tablet out the door with everything you need to be functional is Supernote. But there are some pros with that because you get a very premium pen and you get a new screen that's flexible with the best writing feel. And then the cheapest tablets you're gonna be hovering around are honestly older tablets. And the Remarkable 2 is 6 years old, and the Kindle Scribe Gen 1 and 2 I don't even think you can get a Gen 1 anymore. So Gen 2, which is slightly older, and they're both going to be $399.
Oh.
They're also going to be the most limited tablets on this list as well. So yeah, I'm not going to pick because I don't want, you know what I'm going to pick.
Dave was saying the iFlyTech AI paper 2 is Mobius.
Oh, so the iFlyTech is Mobius as well. See, now I learned something new because they told me it was glass. Not they as an iFlyTech, but So that's cool. That's good to know it. So, okay, Dave, since it's the Mobius plastic screen as well, do you get the benefits of the writing feel that you get with Supernote? I know it wouldn't be the exact same because Supernote has the feel right too, but because it's that flexible plastic screen, do you get a better writing feel than a glass screen? And since we're talking about writing feel, we're going to roll into that. So just writing feel matters. So my top choice for writing feel, I'm going to give you guys two aspects. First as a reviewer and then from my personal preference. You ready, sweetie?
I'm ready.
So as a reviewer,
the
best writing feel on e-ink, if I'm just reviewer hat, I remove my bias, it's going to be the Manta. The Feel Right 2, paired with the Mobius Plastic 1300. It's just a nice writing feel. It's probably the best in e-ink from my reviewer standpoint. I like the feel. Now, I noticed something though. My handwriting is the best on the screen on this tablet. It has nothing to do with the difference between EMR and active though. It has everything to do with the combination of styli that I'm using with the surface. When I use the Heart of Metal 2 and the Supernote nib, my writing is messy because it's like more of a glide. It's like a gel glide. So I write faster. And I have that whole writing faster on other tablets. But when I pair the Lamy with the crystal nib is more of like, it kind of feels more like a palm nib. So if you use the Lamy or any other EMR styli that has that palm nib on the Feel Right 2, it's a little sticky. It kind of feels like it's getting stuck.
Yeah.
And you're pushing the pen more than it's gliding. Because of that, I'm slowing down when I write. So I'm slowing down when I write. My writing is more neater because I'm writing slower. I just don't like that whole stickiness feel with the palm nib. But when you use the crystal nib from Rants About Tech on this Feel Right 2, it gives you that kind of sticky feel, but it's not as sticky. You're getting more resistance. So I'm not gliding. The pen doesn't glide like the Supernote ceramic. I have to push it more. But that still slows down my writing, but I also enjoy that writing feel. So that's, from reviewer hat, that's the best writing feel. Now, personal opinion, my personal tablet I like to write with
Personal.
today, it's the Gen 2 10.3. I just like the whatever they did with that nib that comes with the Ink Sense Pro or Plus on the Surface. I like it. It's great. It's wonderful. It's perfect. And because I write like a 5-year-old, the slipperiness of the pen doesn't bother me. Now, if I wrote like a normal adult, then it would be an issue.
You should.
Because I write like a 5-year-old, it doesn't bother me. If I had to rank writing feels from a reviewer, it's gonna be Supernote Manta. Then it's gonna be Remarkable Paper Pro. Probably Remarkable 2. Then it's gonna roll into the Gen 2, the Gen 2 10.3, Gen 1 10.3. Then I would throw in like AI Paper Platform, Penstar, Scribe. All of those would kind of be on the same level. Which I want to say, every tablet I just mentioned, I think the writing feel between them, it's not a big gap.
Yeah.
To the point where I don't think it really matters. Like, it doesn't matter which one of those tablets you pick up, you're gonna have a good writing experience. But If I had to be a reviewer and I had to tell you guys what has the best writing feel on e-ink, I would say the Supernote Manta. Personally, though, it's going to be 10.3 Gen 2, Remarkable 2, Remarkable Paper Pro, Kindle Scribe, probably Gen 2. And then everything else just falls in place. I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah. Like when I really want to do focus writing, the Manta would be like my 5th choice. Remarkable 2 is my 1st choice.
Of course it is.
Then the 10.3 Gen 2 is my 2nd choice. Then the 10.3 Gen 1 is my 3rd choice. Might throw in like Note Air 4C somewhere in there. Even though I haven't touched that Note Air 4C in months. I haven't touched that thing. I haven't touched it.
It's cold.
What the chat say, babe?
Chat says, Mobius. Okay, thanks, Dave. Dave, between the two Mobius screens, is one wider than the other, or are they the same?
They're not the same.
Dave says, yes, better writing feel on the Mobius. The flexibility makes a difference. Dr. Lean, between the iFly Tech and the Supernote, yep, the iFly Tech is wider than Supernote.
iFly Tech is wider than AI Paper, but AI Paper is wider than Supernote. So both the iFly Tech and the AI Paper Carter 1300 is wider than Supernote's Carter 1300. At first, I thought it was the Mobius plastic. It was not, but Dave would know. So if he's saying iFly Tech has the Mobius, then it has to be the feel right too that's on the Manta. But even with that, I mean, yeah, it's like it's white enough though. Like I don't know. Oops. Like it's white enough. It's not like it's not white. Yeah. So it's like, can't complain. Still nice. It's a nice screen.
It is.
Not as nice as my Remarkable 2, but you know. The Ink Hub on Supernote. It's a cool situation. It's like you can go grab custom you can grab like some custom you can grab, I don't know what has happened with my local recording, but whatever. You can grab like, so you can grab like some templates, right? So this thing that they have here called the Ink Hub, it's cool because, you know, they have places for community shared templates, community shared notes. And I haven't really just taken a deep dive in what these community shared notes are, but they'll show you what the note is, and then people will give you like a little explanation of what it is, which I think is kind of cool. I think this aspect of the Ink Hub is cool. Journaling window. So you can kind of see how people are using their tablet. Some people are sharing templates. Some people are even sharing digest entries. What I have used this Ink Hub for mainly is the stickers. That's the only, and honestly, I've only downloaded like maybe another sticker pack, just one, because I really have no use case for stickers in my workflow outside of just having fun with the stickers, and that's cool.
What I was gonna say. There's there.
And there's also a way that you can go. There's like this thing on GitHub you can go to, and they have like functions. Like I saw Ed made a video where he went there and he downloaded something that allowed him to do kind of like remarkable mods, where it allowed him to do image insertion and then like smart shapes. What we got in the chat?
Sharon says, does she download the Ink Hub from Supernote?
So Sharon, if you go to the beta, so you have to be in the beta program from what I understand, because I applied for the beta program, and once I applied for the beta program, I got the beta software update, and that's when the Ink Hub popped up here. So You have to be on the beta software. From there, once that gets installed, this ink hub icon on this little home screen will be there. And once you click on that, then you'll have access to the ink hub. I think it's a cool way to share community templates and just different projects. Like if I felt like writing just short stories, 20-page stories or something just to share for free.
You could put it there?
Yeah, I can put it here. I can put it here, throw it in my notes, and then, like you can just, I don't know, download this weird nomad note here. I don't know what it's for. I'm pretty sure if I read this nice handwriting this person wrote, I can understand what it's for. But that's what I would do. I would just share like a 20-page little, story or reading, and then I'll throw it in there. So I think that's cool. And I also think it's cool that you have the opportunity to do some mods with, you have the opportunity to do some mods as well, like you can with Remarkable. Now, I had a rant I was going to go on about Supernote and this whole ink hub.
But
I think I'm going to choose not to. I don't want no smoke.
might just show up without doing anything other than updating. Oh, that's the thing telling.
Oh, I think once it goes live, it might just show up. But I know it's in the beta, so I don't know. So when it comes to like the mods, so when you're adding when you're adding things like image insertion, and you're adding things like smart shapes and other tools to Supernote through this, I think it's good. So I'm not gonna say it's bad. Just like I like the way that you can get a Remarkable, put it in developer mode, and then you can add your mods. I think that's a good thing that you can do. And I think it's great that both platforms allow that to happen. I think Supernote backs this more than, like, Supernote, the company, I think is backing this more than Remarkable backs the mods. But, and it's a good thing. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just think it's also, I feel the same way about some of the stuff with Supernote as I feel with Remarkable. Like when me and Mitchell went through the Remarkable mods and we started adding stuff, some of the stuff that we were adding, I feel like should be a part of the official software. Like adding a table of contents, adding linking should be a part of Remarkable's software. And a lot of reviewers have felt this way. Like that's been a knock on Remarkable, that it's too limited, and that to get functionality from your tablet, you got to go mod it. My only issue is, now that Supernote has adopted something similar to it, why we're not holding Supernote to the same logic? So instead of holding Supernote to the same, because I said, well, image insertion is cool, and smart shapes is cool, that I can grab this from a community-led place, but that should be a part of the official software. And I was told it's better this way, or it's good this way, because the user can choose if they want this functionality on the tablet or not. And it's a way for Supernote to keep their software lean. Okay. I respect that, and I get it. My issue with that take is, a couple of months ago, it was a criticism of Remarkable. It was a criticism of the AI paper platform because you feel like they didn't launch with certain things. Supernote wants to keep their software lean. They gave us a drawing app nobody uses in stickers. I would rather have image insertion and smart shapes and maybe split screen.
Mm-hmm.
Opposed to a drawing app no one uses and stickers. Oh, and a Wacom controller that I can use my tablet as a Wacom tablet controller. I'll tell you later. I guess my biggest issue is that's what some of these reviewers do. Like they'll criticize another platform for missing something, but when it comes to their platform of choice, oh no, it's cool, it's okay. They're thoughtful. They're more this, they're more that. No, it should be a part of the official software. Because if that's the case, if we want to keep the software lean and the user just picks what they want,
Mm-hmm.
give me a bare bones software UI and give me the opportunity to add what I want to it so I can truly personalize it. Give me a tablet with just a bare bones UI and a place where I can go add everything I need and nothing I don't. If you're going to curate the things you think I need, I think some things should be available, even if I'm not going to use them. So if you're going to give me Atelier, give me smart shapes. If you're going to give me a Wacom controller and stickers, if you're going to let me insert stickers, please let me insert my own images into the note. I don't know. I'm probably wrong.
Is this your rant?
I guess so. I guess so.
Dr. Lean said go off. Dr. Lean said go off, bro.
That's just my only thing because it's like I heard so much. I heard so much about how limited Remarkable is, how limited the Kindle Scribe is, how unorganized the AI paper platform is. And then I'll say something like, hey, man, that math is like bigger than the 10.3. Why ain't got split screen? And then you go up and down Reddit and not me. I'm a books guy. Supernote users are in the Reddit. Like, I want split screen. Stickers are cool. Why y'all give me stickers? I've been asking for split screen. Like, no one really asked for these stickers. I'm pretty sure somebody asked for them. Whatever. And then I seen how you insert the images, and I'm like, bro, just bake it into the software. Because what I saw was someone inserting images in a whole nother language, and now you have to figure out what the instructions said. And then I was told, well, it improved since the video. I don't know. No. First off, I don't want to go to GitHub to get the hub to put it on a tablet. Just like I don't really want to go mod my Remarkable. I don't. It's cool, I can. I don't. I want to pick up my tablet and use it. And I want certain things on it. Now, I can live with if it's not there. Don't give me stickers. And I can't insert my picture from my parish trip in my daily journal. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't give me a Wacom controller. I'm never going to use my Manta or Nomad to control anything on my computer. But you know what I will use it for? To add that schematic to my work notes in my meeting as a picture.
I have Javier.
What's up, Javier? But you know, Supernote's thoughtful. And I hate going on these rants because it makes it seem like I don't like Supernote. I like this tablet. I really do like this tablet. I really do. I like the tablet. I like the tablet how it sits right now. I don't really care about putting images in it because I don't use this tablet for that. I use the tablet that lets me do it, which is the 10.3 or the AI paper platform or the Pinstar eNote. They let me do it.
Thank you, Javier.
What Javier say?
He said he enjoyed my mini April book haul. And he's going to start reading the Brandon Sanderson, The Way of the Kings. Let me know when you start.
The Way of the Kings?
Let your inner rod out.
And that's why I review tablets the way I review them. I just give each tablet the same energy. I give you the pros and cons. I'm not going to insert my personal feelings about how I like it because the other piece is this. And this is what I dislike about some of these reviewers. if they don't really like if they don't really like a platform, they will go find something to nitpick. And then they drive it into the ground like it's just the worst thing ever. And they know they like it because they know as soon as they cut their camera off, they're using a tablet. Like, I can take this matter and I can make 5 videos about the 10 things Supernote needs to fix. And I can go on a rant and tell them why those 10 things suck and why the 10.3 is better.
Mm-hmm.
But all of that will be from a personal preference because they're just personal things that I want to do in my daily life of eating that I can't do with the matter that I can do with the 10.3. But from a reviewer standpoint, I don't think that actually makes one tablet better than the other.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's just my personal workflow. I feel like it's my responsibility to show you guys what the tablet can do. That's it. Show you guys what the tablet can do. And if there are roadblocks or hurdles within what this tablet says it can do,
Yeah.
show those. So if the tablet is clunky when it comes to organization, or if they're telling me I can do this, but every time I try to do it, I can't. I do that. Like, I saw a video about the Lumi, right? And this reviewer says the infinite scroll note is good, but the scroll function is hit or miss sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's because you're using it wrong. You're trying to use the infinite scroll with one finger. The infinite scroll is a two-finger gesture. So for the infinite scroll to work the correct way on books, on Remarkable, it's a two-finger gesture swipe up. It's going to work every time. You try the one-finger gesture, the infinite scroll on a books tablet, the 10.3 Gen 2, and the 4.2 software, it's not going to work. It's going to be hit or miss because it's a two-finger gesture. It's the same thing with the infinite note. It's a two-finger gesture to move your infinite note around. I don't know if it's in the user manual or not. I don't know. Maybe I know because I use the thing for real. Don't make a video saying it's hit or miss and you're not using it right. But when I say that, it's pointless because they're still going to find a reason to tell me how unintuitive books is and how confusing the UI is. No, it's a user error. Figure out how to use it right. I've said too much.
Dave says, Aaron, your opinions matter. You call this a rant, but it is a valuable viewpoint. Your passion shows. Appreciate you, sir. Sharon agrees with Dave. And Dr. Lean says, I'll give you I'll give you a one finger gesture.
Oh man. Thanks, Dave and Sharon, for thinking that way. My opinions
Dr.
in my
awesome.
Dr. Link is awesome. My opinions in my passion have gotten me driven out of one community. So
Why
I just
books?
who said boo book? I don't know if Dr. Ling likes books.
Oh.
Dr. Ling is a remarkable guy for sure. And I'm on team Remarkable now. So me and Dr. Ling are cool now. We're not enemies anymore. And I know he has a Supernote device, but it sounds like once the Remarkable Pure comes out, that mantle is gone.
I mean, the niece already,
Yeah. Which I like the mantle. I do. I like the mantle.
Oh, he said getting notes off the books is a pain point.
Getting notes off the book is a pain point. See, Dr. Ling, it could be. I think it depends on what you do with the notes when you get them off. So I have the majority of the stuff that I use books for lives on books. And if I need to get it off, I have it synced with my Google Drive. So I'll either just hop in my Google Drive and download it as PDF, or I just send it off as PDF. Because a lot of stuff I do, I use the outline. So once it's off tablet in PDF form, I still have my table of contents. The only thing I truly move off the tablet for use on my computer would be my writing for my book. And to be honest with you, I do a lot of the OCR on Mac. I just export my handwritten chapters, and then I OCR it from the PDF handwriting into OS Pages. Now, I got a cheat code for moving stuff on and off the books tablet. And that's because I use the Remarkable Paper Pro Move and the RM2 in tandem with my 10.3 or my Note at 4C. So I have the Remarkable app on tablet. And that's one of the cons when it comes to books is their partner app is good enough to make you feel like you have a good partner app. And it is good in some rights, but it's slow and it can be clunky if you want to get stuff off. Getting stuff on is fine. It's getting stuff off. Now, having the Remarkable app on the tablet is a cheat code because now I just import files from books into my Remarkable app on tablet. So I just go on my Remarkable app on tablet. I import that file that I want into Remarkable. Once I get on Remarkable, I just get on my computer and export that shit from my Remarkable desktop app to my computer. Yeah. You ought to try that, Dr. Ling.
Sharon says she's not books team books at all, and then Dr. Lane says you talked about it. The books partner app is trash. I have no idea where my documents go. probably probably a user error, but Supernote and RM makes it stupid easy.
No, Supernote and Remarkable have hands down the best partner apps out there.
I don't know where my
See, the desktop app, and that's the other piece. So your partner app for like your phone or your iPhone, like your iPhone or Android phone or even iPad is on books. That whole interaction is different than the Send the Books desktop portal or whatever you call it. So you can go to Send the Books desktop and you can see a lot of your information and can't do anything with it. And then when you hop into your notes app for it to sync, it's so slow. It's so freaking slow. It's slow. I use the desktop app. Like I said, sending stuff to the tablet's fine. So I use Push Read and Send the Books to send all my information to the tablet. Now, using that to send the information, it works great. But you are correct. When you look at getting it off, it can be a pain depending on what you want to do. But that Remarkable Partner app is a cheat code. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. If you use Penstar and you got the Penstar Partner app on your iPad, you can actually write in the Notes app. I don't know why you would want to, but you can. What we got in chat?
That was that.
Okay. So let's see. What do I have coming up? So since I'm in a walking boot, don't supposed to do too much right now for like the next 4 weeks.
But he's hard headed. But go ahead.
Have I really been walking that much?
You've been doing a lot.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I thought I've not been doing a lot.
You've been moving around a lot, babe.
You think I've been moving around too much?
Yes.
What have I done?
You just moving. Just be still.
I've been still.
No, you haven't.
I haven't.
You've been pretty much moving since you got up this morning. If you really sit back and look at it, you've really been moving since you got up this morning.
Have I?
Yes. It doesn't seem like you've been doing it because the movements are like from here to there, but it's like constant. You don't see it doesn't seem like too because you moving around the house.
I mean, I can't like wheelchair around the house.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
You ain't right. Okay. Well, anyway, I can't do the normal movement I used to do.
Sherry says you need to elevate that foot. What did Dr. Lee say? I struggled with sending stuff to the tablet too. That I can't stand it, y'all. There's too many places it could go on the tablet. Documents, notes, library.
Dr. Lean, I have a video that shows how you set this up. That's the biggest issue with books in the UI. It can be confusing, but you have to set it up the way you want to. So, for example, I have all of my documents because 98% of the time, if I'm pushing a PDF document to my tablet, I'm going to use it in the Notes app, not the Neo Reader. So I set it up to where when I send a PDF to the tablet, it automatically opens within the note file as a note. Now, it's going to technically be a different type of note than your regular notebook that you start, but you get all of your note-taking functionality within that PDF file. So you can't do certain things like merge. Like if I send a PDF document over, it's going to open up in the Notes app. There's certain things you can't do. I can't merge that notebook with just a regular created notebook. If I want to move the pages between the two notebooks, I have to copy and paste, or I set up links, but I can copy and paste. Now, if I have two PDF documents that I move to the tablet, I can merge those two in bulk management. Like I can merge two regular notes in bulk management. Even the reading notes. If I start a reading note, I can't merge a reading note with a regular note or a PDF note in bulk management. However, I can copy and paste to get all of that information in one place. It sounds like a lot, but it's not. You can set up your 10.3 to whenever you move PDFs on tablet, it automatically opens up in the notes file in the notes app, or it just automatically opens up in the Neo Reader. I move everything through push read, and I just have a folder for my Neo Reader for push read. So now every time I send an EPUB or document over, I can find that file in push read. So I have the Node R4C set up like that. And then I have the 10.3 set up that every PDF I send over opens up as a Notes app because that's what I'm using the 10.3 for. When it comes to the Go 7, the Node R4C, I don't care. I don't want them in the notes. Because the other piece is once I send it to the 10.3 and it opens up in that Note app, once I open up my Node R4C, it's going to sync anyway, and it's going to be available in my Notes app. So, yeah. You can set it up that way.
It says the Neo Reader UI being different than the Notes app UI was also another book's pain point. Excuse you, Missy.
But you know what? Almost every, outside of Remarkable, and even with Remarkable, the majority of your tablets, the UI in the reader is different than the UI in the Notes app. Mm-hmm. So the UI on Manta in the Notes app is different from the reader. I don't know of any e-ink tablet that has the exact same UI in both Notes and the reader. Remarkable is the closest I can think of, because if I just open up that page as a PDF or an EPUB, I'm gonna have one set of tools available. The moment I add a page, it's gonna switch and give me all of my tools in the Notes app. So I think every tablet has different UI between the reader and the Notes app. I just think because books gives you so much, it seems overwhelming that I have so many different tools in the Neo Reader than I have in the Notes app. But when you look at the tools, they're the same concept. It's just limited in the Neo Reader. There's certain things that you can't do in the Neo Reader that you can do in the Notes app. So I don't know. Maybe it's because there's so many tools. It gets overwhelming.
I could definitely see that.
Yeah.
Definitely see that.
I never understood that. I never understood like reviewers who were like, the Neo Reader and the Notes app should have the exact same tools. No platform has the same tools in the Reader and the Notes app. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I just understand books. I speak their language.
I think you do.
Yeah.
I think you do.
So what's next? So we have since I guess I'm gonna be off my feet for the next 4 weeks. I mean, I'm not walking like last time. I was really doing too much. At this point, I'm walking around the house. I gotta walk around the house, and then I walk to the car. I haven't really done a lot of walking from the car anywhere else. I went to the pen store. That wasn't even 20 steps. I'm just saying.
Oh,
I don't like what you just did there. See, I don't like that. Now you gotta look at my foot when I get done.
how can I look at your foot?
You're going to, ma'am.
It's wrapped up. Sorry.
So, this is what I have coming up in the next couple of days. I have nothing else to do but make content. So I reached out to the nice people at iFly Tech, and they were nice enough to send over the iFly Tech AI Note Air 2 for review. No strings attached, no funny business, no scripts. I mean, they sent me the press kit, so I know I can see the official specs and all of that on the tablet. I wanted to at least have the official information, but they sent it over to me. All I have to do is give them my honest review, and I'm actually excited about reviewing the smaller tablet first, because I want to review the whole ecosystem. I don't want to just review one tablet. I feel like I want to give you guys a look at the entire ecosystem. I don't care if one tablet's newer than the other. I don't care. I want to review tablets. I think it's beneficial for you guys to see both tablets within the ecosystem. So I've already recorded the unboxing, and I'm working on the first reaction. So I'm doing that. That should be out within the next day and a half. What's this, Friday?
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably have it done tomorrow. So I'll probably have that out tomorrow. Then from there, I'm going to give you guys the first look at the Supernote Manta and Nomad as a stack, how I would use it. I have some of that content already recorded, so I'm going to have that available for you guys in the next couple of days. From there, we're going to do Books Go 10.3. We're going to talk about custom templates. I got a request from a viewer or follower who enjoyed my library breakdown of how to use the library, and they wanted to know how do I load custom templates and what that workflow looks like. So we're going to get that out.
Cool beans.
Within 2 weeks, I should be able to walk around a little bit more. Okay.
Why you pointing at me like that, sir?
So me and you are going to do a day in the life vlog. We're going to wake up in the morning and we're going to roll through our day. And it's going to be like a day in the life vlog of how we use e-ink implemented in our daily life.
This guy's waking up in the morning is definitely different than my waking up in the morning. Because his waking up in the morning is too dang on early.
It is.
Especially when my usual wake up in the morning for work is probably around 3 or 4.
It is.
In the morning. So when I don't have to go to work, waking up that daggone early is not a part of my plan.
She doesn't like it.
And I think it's rude.
She has let me know.
To wake someone else up like that.
She definitely
Very
has.
rude.
She definitely lets me know that it's rude to wake her up that early. So we're gonna do like a day in the life vlog. Let you guys know I really do use e-ink. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna do my multi-tablet setup. I'm gonna show you guys the exact tablets I carry daily, why I carry that stack. I'm not saying it's the best stack to carry, it's just what I carry. Yeah. That's about it. So those are the videos I have coming up within the future. First one being this iFly Tech.
Dr. Ling, I feel you, dude. That 3 a.m. is no friend of mine.
You wake up at 3, I wake up at 4. I'm gonna wake up at 4 o'clock and I don't even know where to go. I'm gonna still wake up around 4, maybe 5. I might wake up at 5 this time. But thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight on a Friday night Tech Trapper Live. So we're back.
Danke.
I might even experiment with some daytime lives, if Rod isn't back since I'm home, might see how that works.
Well, aren't you festive?
Might go on a rant. I know people watch my video and don't comment. That's cool.
Is Javier still here? I think I might crack open my Way of the Kings book.
You should, sweetie. You should.
I was trying to hold off on some, fantasy, but I think I want to crack that open.
You should.
Who is Rod?
But thank you guys for hanging out with us. We will see you guys. If I don't hop back on before Monday, we'll see you guys Monday. Same bat time, same bat channel. And look out for some videos coming from you guys from 2530 Media and Dominique Unscripted. So until next time.
Till next time.
I'll see you guys later.
Toodaloo.